Yesterday I watched Soju stream and I saw he performed 3 times very well with the comp that looked particularly strong against Spellslingers and Orc Force.
Oh my... Bro, these Ezreals?
So I decided to dig a little into it and here's what I found. Only Grandmaster and Challenger players start to pick up this new comp. For instance, this augment win rates change drastically from Diamond to Grandmaster. There are different ways to play this comp and this is probably why it's harder to track it with the usual tools like Meta TFT. The current rank 1 in EU NE is playing this comp more and more and has massive success with it. So before making this video, I forced this comp a few times, I fell into many traps in the first game and ended up 7th. But in the following games, I understood the game plan and got satisfying results. I'm sharing the game plan in this video so you can start playing this comp and be ahead of the meta. Alright guys, this video is going to be short and not edited a lot because I wanted to give you this information as fast as I could before everyone starts to catch up with this new comp and that you get contested basically. So for this comp, the very late game and the ideal scenario is that you have a +1 Infiniteam and ideally you want even an emblem that you can put on Fiddlestick for instance, or any very late game unit that you can duplicate thanks to a portal. Obviously your two main carries are Ezreal and Twisted Fate. Ezreal for very late game, Twisted Fate will help you in the mid-late game to help to achieve this comp. The version with Garen is especially important if you have both portals in the back lane. But if you have one in the front and one in the back or two in the front, instead of Garen, you would prefer to have Samira to have more damage because you have enough front line so you don't need to have more defense. In case you don't have +1 Infiniteam, and that might happen quite often, you want to build this comp instead. You don't push the Infiniteam too much, you just want 3, where you want to have, of course, your key units such as Twisted Fate, Sivir and Ezreal. That way you can play 3 Sureshot with Ezreal being your main carry, and of course you can use Samira before that to hold the items for Ezreal. And then after you just want a bunch of frontline that's actually useful, so you want to activate Oxforce, you know very well how Oxforce is good. And then you can play Aegis for instance, if you face a lot of AP damage. In case the portal is in the front line, you kinda want to use that portal and you will be using this portal on Shen so you can remove Sivir, you lose 1 Sureshot, but you have more front line, so your team should still be able to kill a lot of units and win the fights. Imagine getting access to a free library containing highly detailed guides written by the best players in the world, like this Spellseeker comp written by the current rank 4 in Europe West. Imagine being in Discord with all these players and other TFT players who just want to teach or learn from each other. Well, let me introduce you to the sponsor of my channel, Tactor. Tactor's Discord is a community of gamers who want to improve their skills in their favorite games. It contains a free library of high-quality guides updated daily, and you can connect with TFT enthusiasts. Soon, Tactor will release a website where you can learn from pro players on multiple games such as TFT and League of Legends. You will also be able to create your own guides and monetize your gaming skills. To explore the guides and join the community for free, click on the link in the description and don't hesitate to tag me if you have any questions. Thank you Tactor for sponsoring my channel. So during the early game, the kind of comp you want to build is this one. You want to play around 3 Infiniteam for different reasons. The first reason is because it makes a transition that's kinda natural, but the second reason is because thanks to that you can activate the Infiniteam on the augment. So for instance, you can have Ezreal augment or you can have a +1 Infiniteam augment, and that's very valuable. The main front line is obviously Shen, and the main back line is Lucian. With Static and Ginzu, think of Lucian as someone who will hold the items for Twisted Fate later. Then for the mid to late game, this is the comp you want to play, so you still want to play around 5 Infiniteam. You want to have your Twisted Fate at level 7, you want to have your Samira as well at level 7 or level 8, and this also has the potential to bring you to level 9 and finally find Ezreal to have the final comp. This is also the moment when you will realize that whether or not you can have 7 Infiniteam. At stage 4-2 after the augment, if you still don't have an Infiniteam emblem, I really recommend you to give up on the Infiniteam and just play with 3 of them and then build a lot of Aegis or defenders depending on the lobby and backline damage with Samira and Twisted Fate like I just showed you. This week I also tried the secret comp from the rank 10 in Europe West. And I played 5 games with it and actually I learned a lot from that. So if you're interested in this kind of video, check the video that's appearing now. See you at the top of the ladder, and thank you Tactor for sponsoring my video.